Hey guys, it's Mike the Wrestling Guy Smith, and you guys are watching All in Wrestling. Today is actually my AEW review, my AEW Dynamite review. I know I have been kind of late on a lot of things, but I had to regroup about some wrestling things because, like I said, a lot of things have happened. But I'm gonna get right into it. Like, my thoughts on AEW tonight was really good. I think it was a really solid show. I think we have a lot of storylines that are not really coming to a close, but are kind of expanding. The storyline I do want to talk about, which is the JAS thing. I did like the segment. I like that every person of the JAS, including because Chris Jericho was gonna do his monologue, and he usually does it, and they cut him off, which I do like that everybody's tired of him speaking. And the first person who actually spoke was Daniel Garcia, because he said, yo, when I first joined you, you made me you made me a better wrestler, you made me a better person, you gave me, I thought I like being a sports entertainer. And I like that he expressed how he really felt, because I'm like, yo, yeah, Daniel Garcia went through a lot of crap because of the simple fact of, he never really got to be elevated. Even when he was doing it by himself before 2.0 got involved. And this is the thing, too, that I understand how he felt, because he was like, yo, Chris, I betrayed my heroes. I betrayed my friends for you. I stopped being friends with people. And he's like, I can't do it. And he left. And the next person who was wanted to go was Jake Hager. Jake Hager basically said, yo, Chris, we've been friends for 10 years. We know each other better than any of these guys. And he's like, yo, we've been traveling all over the world. We've been planting our feet and wherever. Never really thought where we were planning, where we were going. And he was like, yo, I really like this hat, but he's like, I don't appreciate Chris Jericho. And he left. You see, and this is the thing I'm going to say to the JAS, because I'm not done with all the stuff I think about. And then the next person who went was, the next person who went was Ty. And what she said was yo, I feel sick. I love being in a group with you, Chris. I loved it. And she was like, I feel sick. And not because of the baby. And she said, yo, I will quit. I'll come back I will leave and come have a baby and come back in a year and become champion, and I'll do it without you. And she left. And the thing was, she was right, because you know what? She was good without Chris Jericho. I think the Dark Order elevated her and Anna Jay. That's on my fault, on my thoughts on that when Brody Lee was doing it. And the thing is, whenever Chris Jericho created a faction, and he created the Inner Circle. The Inner Circle kind of split because all of them didn't get to accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. And that was the sad part about it, was that they didn't get to accomplish what they wanted to do. Santana and Ortiz never got to become tag team champions, and I feel bad they didn't. They never got to be tag team champions. They never got to really be on the top of the ladder, because they were they were dealing with Chris Jericho's enemies and Chris Jericho's rivalries and enemies that he dealt with. And then the next person who spoke was Anna Jay, because she said, yo, you may have elevated all of us, but you've elevated yourself way more than any of us. And she was like, yo, I'm done. And the thing is, and then Cool Hand Eddie Magic was like, yo, when I joined the JAS, I felt like it was a badge of honor. And he basically said, you know what? He said, I gave my blood for you. I gave my heart, my soul, and his blood hanging from 30 feet on a cage to bleed for you. And he's like, I got nothing left to give you, man. He left. And Matt Menard actually said, you know what? This man was my hero. This man was my hero. He said at 15, when I was working my first job at 15, I took my first check and bought a Chris Jericho t-shirt. He said, bro, and he basically said, you know what? He doesn't understand why Eddie Kingston, guys like Eddie Kingston, guys all his friends saying that Chris Jericho, and he's like, you know what? I'm trying to understand why did everybody hate Chris Jericho, and he's like, maybe he understands it now. And see, the thing is that they didn't know. They all knew. I think the reason what this was happening, because they kept pushing him. And the thing is, he kept pushing them to accept what he wanted to do, and he's like, oh, you guys should do it without me. And that's the thing. Like, Cool Hand was like, yo, I like, bro, I gave you everything, and I still didn't get anything for it. You haven't done anything for me. You haven't done anything. You made us jokes. Like, you didn't elevate us. And then if 2.0 could be elevated, they're probably, this is their chance to be elevated. Like, this is their chance to find out, do they measure up to the other tag teams in AEW? And the thing that I love, that Sammy said, yo, you're my best friend. You know, I feel like you're my best friend because I did all that because I was loyal, and I thought you were loyal to me. You would do the same thing. But now, then I thought, nah, not really. And then he was like, if you, whatever you do, I hope you do. But, like, maybe I'll be there, maybe I won't be there. And that's the thing. Like, the fact that when he was sullen, and the fact that he went out and he talked to Don, and Don was like, I got your answer for you. And then we'll announce it next week on Dynamite. And see, and that's the thing. You got everybody who kind of are already making an idea. You kind of, like, the thing I got more answers. Like, I got more answers than questions, because here's the thing. MJF and Adam Cole end up gonna split up because of the whole thing that happened with Roddy and him. And the thing is, Roddy feels left out because Adam Cole is sucking up to MJF, and I think he's gonna if he beats him for the title, and then Adam and MJF does like a heel turn on him, where he kind of hates him, and that's good. And I like how everybody's developing the story for All In, because now you kind of got the Young Bucks and FTR doing great. They're gonna have their final their third match in their saga that they should have had. And the thing is, like, you know what? When Adam Cole actually explained to MJF, like, yo, I think we should go after titles that are much just as valuable as AEW titles as the Ring of Honor titles, because he's like, yo, like teams like he was talking about teams like Redragon, which are Bobby and Kyle. I mean Bobby, yeah, and Bobby and Kyle O'Reilly, and the Briscoes and Wrestle, is it Wrestle King? The Kings of Wrestling, I think, or yeah, the Kings of Wrestling, and all these other teams he's talking about, and he's never won tag team gold, and like he said, he wanted to make that a reality. And you see, I can see why Roddy's hurt, because, like, yo, Roddy, he's like, yo, you're my best friend. Like, I'm your best friend. You've been my best friend for years. And what I like about this AEW, like, we got a lot more storylines, and, like, the reason why all factions are actually finding their true goal. The Mogul affiliates, I still don't feel like they're doing nothing. I know, like, the Mogul affiliates, I don't think. The Don Callis family, I think they're going to do something. Jungle Boy being a heel, I kind of get why he's defending the FTW belt, but then again, I don't, because, like, the review of it was right that ECW should just die, but the problem is you can't keep bringing back legends, like, because the thing is, bringing back legends, like RVD would have been, like, RVD, I think that was a fantastic match, because I got to see a 5-star frog splat. I love the tag match between the Hardys and the Young Bucks, which is really good, because it really kind of showcased what they can do still. They didn't win, but it's okay. And I like how everybody has a storyline. I like how everybody had their storyline. Hikaru Shida's enjoying her run being champion. Everybody on, like, pretty much, like, Chris being on the Collision actually makes sense. Miro makes sense. Like, people are making sense. Like, now people who are on there, the Collision guys are going to be on Dynamite. Dynamite guys are going to be on Collision. So it's like, there's not really like I'm missing a ton. I just really hope if they do the thing with Mogul affiliates where they beat them. And the thing is, like, I feel like Keith Lee's going to probably do a Collision thing where he actually becomes champion at some point. Because the one person I think that, like, because I forgot who's, pretty much, Johnny TV is facing, what the heck is he facing? Because I know it's not, it's somebody. I'll figure it out when I watch it. But like I said, I got to see a lot more stuff. I'm glad that Johnny Morrison is coming back to AEW. Because he was Johnny Elite, now he's Johnny TV, which I like. So, I'm really hoping QT kind of figures something out, but I don't know. But I don't know, guys. It was a good show. But anyway, guys, and I, like, you know what? And I really did like the main event with Hikaru Shida and Anna Jay, because, like, you know what? Anna Jay's been getting a lot better. I think she will become champion, but I don't think she won't become champion before Tay does. I really don't think she's gonna be better than Ty Conti. I really don't. I really don't think that she's gonna be champion for Ty Conti. Maybe Saraya if we're lucky. But I feel like Saraya's gonna be in the match because she wants to be AEW champion. Britt Baker wants to be AEW champion, and Hikaru Shida's gonna beat them all. I already feel like she's gonna retain through that 4-way somehow. Just like Orange Cassidy, she's going. Like I said, she is going to retain. Because even with the Blackpool Combat Club, like, without Bryan Danielson, they're winning. Like, that's the thing. Without him, he can do it. But the problem is you got a young guy in, like, Yuta, and you have a young guy in Claudio. It's like he's already going to beat dudes, and you have Moxley, so you kind of don't need Bryan Danielson. And this is the thing. Like, I don't mind them doing the thing with MJF. I really don't. But I really just want to see this storyline end. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.